Hey guys, my name is Mr. Stubbins. We're talking to Damien Gerard from Call of Duty today. He's a voice actor. I hate it here. Enjoy the episode.
Let the chaos begin! Controllers clacking, mics are hot, gamers on deck, we talk a lot. Tech, Twitch streams and viral scenes, we're living the dream behind the screens. Gaming, streaming, chaos supreme, the crew that breaks your algorithmic dream. From pixels to madness, we light up your feed. It's Mr. Stubbins, Vigi, and Nimbus, yes indeed. Welcome to the show.
For anyone who is listening that may not know who you are yet, or what you do, how would you describe what you do? And
why would you give Stubbins the first question?
Yeah, why would you give it to me?
Oh my gosh,
his baby, right?
It is.
All right. Well, I mean, first and foremost, I started off as a TV and film actor. I only really started doing voice work back in 2017 when I moved over to California. And since then, you know, I found I've actually got quite a talent for voice work. And I've just, you know, I do voice classes and so on. So, yeah, I mean, it's 8 different Call of Duty games now and 2 different Elder Scrolls and God knows what. So it seems to be working.
Yeah, figured out the formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first Call of Duty that you were a part of?
I did Black Ops 4, and I was playing sort of various pilots and school streak announcers and things like that. Interestingly, I booked that 3 weeks before I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So I went through chemotherapy and radiotherapy like hardcore while I was like doing my lines, doing my recording for Black Ops 4. I was going through chemo and radiotherapy. So that was pretty difficult to do, but yeah.
Wow.
Well, they liked you enough still and had you come back for more.
I think now knowing that, I'm going to stop dogging on Black Ops 4 as much.
At least in certain aspects, right?
Yeah. For me personally, Black Ops 4 was kind of a letdown. I was a huge Black Ops 2 player, and I will stand on the top of that hill and die there saying that Black Ops 2 was the best Black Ops game ever released.
I've got to admit, the first 3 were excellent. Even the story for Black Ops 3 was good as well.
Yeah, they were peak.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. You have a background in immersive theater and improv. How do those live performance skills influence your voice work in games and TV?
Well, role-playing as well. I mean, as I said, I've been role-playing since 1977. I've been live role-playing since 1983. And it's the live role-playing, I think, is the big thing, because it gives you the ability to improv and think on your feet in the middle of a situation with people in front of you. And a lot of the voice work that I've done, especially with Black Ops, they allow you to rewrite some of your lines. So they cut you loose a little bit once they trust you. So there's an awful lot of lines in Black Ops for Harry Stone's character that are pure Damien rather than what was written down on the script for me. So role-playing and immersive theatre feeds into your acting because, you know, you've got to stay in character. And you're in character all the time, regardless of what anybody throws at you. You've got to stay in that character and just respond as truthfully as you possibly can as that person. And yeah, it does make you a better actor. I would strongly suggest that any actors, if they want to be an actor, you do improv first. Because once you can improv, you can do everything else. So that's one of the hardest disciplines, I think.
Yeah, I've heard that improv is difficult, super difficult. It's funny that you said improv because my daughter actually is in college right now and she does improv on Thursday nights, I think. So it's kind of a cool thing to see it happen live.
Right.
it was kind of cool because back in high school I did a bunch of like the technical theater where I like built sets and stuff like that. So, but I get to watch like all the actors and actresses do like their they'll do like improv exercises and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And some of those exercises are some of the neatest ones because the teacher would just come in with something out of left field, like you see a blue cow off in the distance, and they'd have to start talking about something just off the wall, but stay in character and keep it within the motion of like what the scene is.
The biggest thing with improv is you are not allowed to say no. Effectively, the yes and is a staple of improv. Whatever you are given has to be the gospel truth, and you've got to build on that. You can't ever dismiss what the previous person has said. So that really makes you think, because you can't have anything set in your brain because you don't know what that person's going to say.
That makes the whole scene more genuine, though. I think overall, right? It's not predetermined. It's fresh. It's alive, and that brings a lot to it when it comes to the whole improv.
And if you think about improv from a TV or a movie perspective, the two characters, not the actors, the characters, this is the first time they are saying these words to each other. So the characters haven't rehearsed and prepared to have the conversation. They're just having it. So improv feeds into that. This is the first time you are saying a thing in response to what that person is saying to you. So you've got to listen and then respond truthfully. And if you can bring that improv knowledge into script work, it's half the battle, I think.
Yeah, right. For sure.
What was there any funny lines that you made up for Stone whenever they let you cut loose?
Oh yeah.
That my favorite loved?
One. I don't know. Am I allowed to swear?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to check just to make sure. There was one line where every operator has to record. You're in a vehicle and you've got to record a line of running someone over, basically, and the witty quip you come out with after running someone over. And I think the line as written was like, coming through, which was, it was okay. It's what you were doing, but it's nothing. So I changed it to beat, motherfucker. They loved that so much that I heard the executives were using it as their ringtone on their phones.
That's amazing.
That's phenomenal.
That is amazing. I love that.
That is great.
Did you have any that they like stopped you mid sentence? Was like, nope, no, we can't do that. That's too far. You've crossed the line.
Fortunately not, because I established where my limits were, like right up front, so that I knew what to say and what not to say. And that actually comes from improv and immersive theatre as well. Mm-hmm. You've got to establish the limits up front so that you know what you can work within. So again, it all feeds back into role-playing and improv.
Makes sense, honestly. That's great that the exec was using that as their ringtone. I can't get over that. That's hilarious.
So you mentioned working on some major TV productions, like I have one here for HBO's Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah.
How does that production differ from voice work in like video games?
Voice work in video games is done in 4-hour stints. So you go into the studio for 4 hours. Unless you're doing what's called an effort session or an exert, which are the noises you make when you're dying, the oof, all those sorts of things. You only need 2 hours for those because they're vocally stressful. But otherwise, it's a 4-hour session. But with voice work, obviously, all the acting you do is done with your voice. There's no physicality in there whatsoever. So you're allowed to wave your hands and kind of get into a rifle position to help you with the vocals. But when you're in front of a camera, obviously your body is part of your instrument, so you can use your body. So it's a very, very different type of acting. The two disciplines are utterly dissimilar to each other. A good TV actor does not necessarily make a good voice actor and vice versa. TV they're long days, and there's an awful lot of standing around. There's an old quote, hurry up and wait. And that's what you're doing. You're waiting for the most part.
I've heard that a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you do go on set, you're on there, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe, and then you're back off again while they move all the cameras around to shoot from a different angle, and then you're back on again like an hour later for 5-10 minutes or however long it is, and you're back off again. So there is a lot of standing around and waiting on a TV show or a movie compared to being in the voice studio. Voice studio, it's basically line, over and over and over and over again. What happens is they want you to do 2 or 3 readings of a line. I got it down to 2 after a while. They give you, they want you to say it one way and then say it a slightly different way, and they will pick either A or B. Mm-hmm. And it's just a case of going line, A, line, B, line, A, line, A. And that's just bam, fast. I got told by Activision that after JB Blank and Nolan North, I am the 3rd fastest voice actor they've had in the studio. You can just hammer stuff out. I managed to condense a 2-day session into 1 day, which was great for them, but terrible for me because I lost out an entire day's worth of money.
Yeah. Right. But after doing it for so long, like you've perfected your craft, basically.
You know, I like to think that I'm good at what I do. Yeah. And I still take voice lessons. In fact, I had a voice lesson this morning, in fact, 2-hour voice lesson right before this, where we were going over script analysis and characters. And, you know, I got some great feedback. So I know what I'm doing is on the right track for the games that I go up for.
That's awesome.
So what voices did you play in Black Ops 7? It says various voices, so I was just curious on that one.
So they used quite a lot of my stuff from Black Ops 4, actually, straight into Black Ops 7. So score streak announcers, various different score streak announcers. I did like an American, 2 Brits and an Irish one, I think. And some radio call-outs as well. So a lot of different stuff, like 6 or 7 different characters, I think.
That's kind of cool, though. I mean, the fact that they're still bringing you back for future games, though, is really cool. Because, you know, a lot of times they'll bring someone in, it'll probably be for like one game, and then you did your thing. You're not part of like, you know, you weren't one of the main people in the story. So, you know, you're one time, thank you, have a good day kind of thing. But to see you come back is really interesting. Means that you're doing a really good job and that, you know, they really like what you do.
And that Stone itself is an important character, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was really glad to come back for Black Ops 6. I wasn't expecting it because you obviously you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
But Harry Stone apparently is one of the like fan favorites. And I play Call of Duty myself. And
I know.
Yeah. We played against you. We played against you.
In the tournament for the 141 tournament.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very good, but
neither am I. Okay.
You know, one thing is great is when you're in game and you see someone else playing your character, and I can hear my voice coming out of them, and it's like that's actually really cool. And of course, they don't know that they are playing with the voice actor who did the character that they're playing, and that's like really meta as far as I'm concerned.
I run the Stone skin when we play Warzone.
You're my favorite person.
Have you ever thought about like when somebody's playing your character and you're playing with them, be like, hey, I bet you I can mimic his voice line. It just to kind of freak them out, you know, and they're like, oh wow, you sound just like him. You're like, I know.
I've been told that I sound just like him, and I said I am him. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. Of course you're not, but you do sound like him.
Yeah.
So are you an active like Call of Duty player on like more than just for like tournaments or like in your free time? Do you just say, hey, I'm going to pick up Call of Duty and play for a while?
Yeah. I mean, I got Prestige Master last season, and I haven't Prestige Mastered yet this season, but yeah, I play.
I refuse to Prestige. I'm max level 55, and that's where I stay the whole time I play. I don't, for me personally, and then people have tried to explain it to me, but I don't see the benefits of prestiging. Like you get the free unlocks, but I could just do that by leveling up. So I don't really see the benefits.
Getting like extra clan emblems and tags and things like that, there isn't really a benefit to it. It's bragging rights more than anything else.
See, Stubbins, I told you.
Got him.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's really cool that
fragments.
you are going back and you're still playing the game that you did the voice for, and then still like interacting with other players and doing that. When a lot of things, we actually just had an interview with Mars Lepowski a few weeks back, and he doesn't play, which surprises me because he's a younger guy. I figured that he'd still, but he doesn't. He was fun to talk to, though. He didn't let us talk very much.
Yeah, he picked it up and he just kept running.
Which we loved it, right? We really got a lot of information from him, but it was just me and Nimbus. And I think, and this is what we talked about right before we got on with you, is we maybe asked 3 questions for the entire hour that we interviewed him. Because the rest of it was just him telling us his whole life story, and we loved it. It was great.
It was, yeah.
But it's just getting the opportunity to sit down with some of our favorite characters growing up is an honor for gamers like us. And we've grown up gaming. I mean, I've been playing Call of Duty since 1. So
yeah, the same. And it's really cool because I never would have thought that like this little podcast that we started would have gotten to where it's at now and getting to talk with you guys.
We have to thank Marwin a lot for this, because Marwin, we had an interview with him. Well, he showed up. So I'll backtrack. It all started right before the tournament. Right, he showed up one night randomly in my chat.
Just after I got offline.
Yeah, just after Stubbins left. And
Isn't
he's
that
like,
convenient?
Hey, I want to invite you to a charity event we're doing. And I'm like, you sound like a scammer. And for like the next week, I was messaging him, DMing him. We were talking back and forth, and I was trying to figure out what scam he was pulling. For like the first 3 or 4 days. I was like, you're not real, right? I'm just this real low streamer. I mean, I had barely 800, 700 followers at the time, 800 followers at the time, something like that. I think
you just hit 800.
And I was like, I'm so small. Why are you coming to me for this big tournament where you just got done telling me that you're going to be playing with some of the voice actors from the Call of Duty game? Why are you coming to me?
Right.
It was insane. But we went on from there, and me and Marwin actually have been talking for a long time. We've become pretty good friends, and we did an interview with him on the podcast to talk about his background and everything else. And at the end, he's like, what you need to do is just reach out to these guys, message them, and if they get back to you, they get back to you. If they don't, you tried.
You haven't lost anything.
Right.
Yeah. No.
And he's like, and if you need help getting contact with these guys, let me know and I'll help you out. Which I didn't. I went on my own, and these guys did too for a few other people. But
right.
I started messaging everybody, and I got a few back, and it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
We actually in a couple weeks are talking to Jim Bovin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, spoiler alert for the people who listen to the So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that and no offense, Nimbus, but the two of us, me and Stubbins, have been here from the very beginning. We grew this podcast to what it is now. And it's unbelievable and kind of humbling to sit down and talk to like you and Jim Bovin and people that have these huge followings all over the place for what they do, when we're just, we're just here. We exist.
For me, it's like every time I get invited onto something, I feel very humble, because to me, I love doing what I'm doing, but this is a job that I'm passionate about, rather than I'm not doing this for the fame or the fortune or anything else like this. I'm doing this because I'm a gamer. I've been gaming ever since the 80s, since I got my Sinclair ZX81, basically a little home computer about that sort of size it was back in 81. So I've been gaming ever since then. So being able to be in the games that I'm playing, to me, is like enough. So whenever anybody asks me to come on to a podcast or do an interview or something like that, I'm amazed that there are people who want to speak to me.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, you're one of the bigger names in Call of Duty, right? Stone is a big, important character in a lot of these games. So when you reached out and was like, hey, absolutely, we were like, no fucking way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome,
we're gonna
and we
talk-
do appreciate it.
We're gonna have to talk Vigi into playing some Phasmophobia with you around October.
That actually, you know what? I was going to reach out to you last October because Marwin told me that you and another guy from the Discord played, and I never got around to it because I play Phasmophobia once a year because that game terrifies me. And it's the only thing that really kind of scares me, and I play it once a year so I don't get desensitized to it, and I still get that spook scare to it. If you do want to come play, I'll have spots open it come October. Just know I really like to stay in the truck while everybody else does all the work.
No, I love Phasmophobia. Originally, I got up to level 350 or something. Originally,
That's insane.
Oh, wow.
They kind of changed everything. But I've got a nice little plaque, an in-game plaque, apparently, like a legacy thing, shows you what level you got to, which is kind of cool.
That's crazy.
Play it in VR. You want fun? Play it in VR.
I'm okay.
I've played it in VR and I love it.
Listen, I am okay. I have to change my pants when I'm done playing it regularly. So VR, I'd have to take a shower. So
I remember the first time I played it in VR and I got by the ghost and the just hands come around right in your face and it's just
I'm good.
It's a different animal in VR. Oh,
it really is.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You know what the weird thing is I don't understand why that game. And we've talked about this. I don't know why that game scares me so much. I love the paranormal, right? Like I've gone ghost hunting for real, and it doesn't bother me. But that game, something about it, the ambiance that it has, and the atmosphere, all of it, all together, just makes my whole body hate itself.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I totally understand how you feel about it. I really do. I used to do ghost hunting like in real life as well, back in the UK, and I've done a bit of it out here as well. And but I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm like the skeptic in the group. So I can go into a building that's like, oh, there are murders here, and this room is really haunted, and I can't set foot in here, and I'll sit in there for an hour going, all right, well, I'm bored now. But that to me isn't immersive. Phasmophobia is a lot more immersive. You feel like you're in a situation that is supernatural because that's the nature of the game. But that's why it affects you more, I think. Yeah, totally.
Are you going to see the movie when it comes out?
I won't.
There's a Phasmophobia movie.
There's
a
It's
Phasmophobia
in the
movie
works
coming
right
out.
now.
I think this year. I think it's actually supposed to come out this year.
Did not know that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Somebody look it up. I don't have quick typing skills. Listen to Stubbins' loudest keyboard in the
Keyboard
world.
in the world.
We don't even try when it comes to looking up stuff. We just want to hear Stebbins' keyboard.
Blumhouse are doing it.
Yeah, Blumhouse is doing it.
Oh, okay. That's going to be good then. I love Blumhouse.
They do a lot of good work on like horror movies and stuff, so I'm excited to see what comes of that one.
Cheaply as well, because they reuse an awful lot of the same sets.
Yeah,
but
really?
But the production quality doesn't go down because of that. So they can do it a lot cheaper than other people, but it's still got really high production quality. I really want to be in Blumhouse stuff. I love horror movies. I'm a big horror fan, and it's the only genre of movie I've not been in. My favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
All right, Blumhouse, you hear that? We got somebody for you.
Yeah, like
He's ready.
Go check
He's
us out.
ready.
He is ready.
So you said you played in Elder Scrolls. Which characters did you play in what games?
So I was in Fall of the Dark Brotherhood and Heroes of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, and I play a recurring character called Arenfil Wethrin, who is a Breton noble. But I also do additional voices for the Speaker of the Dark Brotherhood and numerous Nords, Elves, and Bretons as well. So,
See, I loved Skyrim. Skyrim was probably one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
yeah.
It had so much to do. I never completed it because you can't. There's so many side quests that it's almost impossible to 100% that game.
And
But
there's
it was
some that are
such a
actually
good
just
one.
reoccurring ones that you can't even complete them to begin with.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
And then, I mean, with, what is it, 6 coming? No, wait. Yeah, 6 is coming out, right? Elder Scrolls 6?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's the one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, the fact that they're talking about going back to the Skyrim style along with Oblivion really excites me, because Elder Scrolls Online was terrible. It
I
was
did
so
not
bad.
like it.
It had potential
They
at the
did better
beginning.
with
It had potential,
Bethesda-
but they messed it up so bad.
Bethesda did better with the Fallout 76 than they did with Elder Scrolls Online, I feel.
And Fallout
Yeah.
76 when that came out was dreadful. So that's
It was, but
True.
they improved it so much because of how much people were outraged by it. It
Yeah.
seems like they just took that, they fixed that, and then they forgot about Elder Scrolls Online. Like, oh yeah, this is fine.
The only time I ever had fun on Elder Scrolls Online was when me and a buddy of mine who played so much together, we played that one time, and we got our horses and brought it to the middle of the town by the fountain, and all we did was buck the horse, so it was like on its legs neighing or whatever, and we had pretty much everyone in town around the fountain doing the same thing. It was the most annoying but hilarious thing that I'd ever seen in a video game. It was great.
That's funny.
Well, I
I
mean,
would do some
MMO
shit
games
like
like that's what I want to do, is I want to have fun with other people. That's the whole point of an MMO, is to have fun with other players. That's why I still, to this day, don't understand people that are like super sweats that want to be the best at everything when it's supposed to be a game where you're having fun.
I can't be doing that. I used to be in a hardcore raid guild for World of Warcraft many years back, and it was great and it's fine, and we got server first kills and all that sort of stuff, but we were sweating a lot, and I've just got to the point in my life where I can't be bothered to do that shit anymore.
Right? It's just
Yeah.
boring. You can't have fun. Like, we play Warzone, twice a week, I think.
Right.
If I don't have another game to play, it's like twice a week we play Warzone on stream, and we go into casuals just
People
to
sweating it up.
fuck with people most of the time, just because it's fun. We're not there to win. If we get a win, we get a win, but we want to have fun. We want to go out there and have fun with other people, mess with other people if we can. It's great. It's a good time.
Right.
Anytime I accidentally hit the wrong button and hit the regular Warzone, I get like eliminated within like the first 2 seconds.
Oh my
of the match.
god! If you go into normal Warzone or ranked, it's terrible. It's so bad.
I don't do that anymore either. I should do the casual
And
stuff.
what's funny is
Casuals
like
is where it's at.
ranked is supposed to put you in like a tier that's like around your
It doesn't.
game style, and it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. You go in there and like 2 seconds off the drop, you're either getting shot out of the sky by somebody with a pistol, or the second you land, somebody's already got their loadout and is just destroying you. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. School-based matchmaking doesn't work.
It does
No,
not. It
It's
does
not. I think it's a very bad indicating on games if they have it. Because if you have a really good night, then you're just screwed. You have to keep up
Yeah.
with it. I mean,
Or it
No.
puts you it takes you so low that you start doing good, and it's like, oh, you're doing really well. Boom.
yeah,
right back
yeah.
to
It takes
where
you.
you're
It's
at.
like one end of the spectrum to the other. It's
Pendulum
not a.
from one side to the other. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like, hey, you just hang out right here because you're an average of all of your games. It's like you had like 4 really good games. There you go. You know.
And we talked about it, I think, in a previous episode, where it's like some of them big streamers, like 10 the Tap Man, some of those, they'll go in right before streaming, they'll just drop into like so many games and just kill themselves like right off the bat to just get put in those lobbies that are super cheesy.
Mhm.
So they can
Yeah.
dominate on the stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they look really good. Yeah.
It's funny coming from streamers, but for myself, it's weird. Streamers have ruined online gaming for that reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
And some
much
of the big streamers are the most toxic people out. Like, I'm not going to name names, but some of them are just terrible human beings.
Agreed.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, most of that is for on-screen presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off-screen, I bet they're probably some of the coolest people you've ever met. But on-screen present, they're so toxic because that's what draws the views.
Mhm.
And
I can't
feel
do
like
it.
I bet you like some of the ones that are like really, really big up there, maybe off screen in like, let's say they go to like a Comic-Con or something like that. Yeah, they're probably still going to be that same way as they are.
They have to put up
They have to
their
there.
presence. I'm saying personal. Like if you get to know them on a personal level, you get them going out to get drinks or whatever. They're cool people. Because most people are cool people. You know, some people are just people.
Okay, so you're a gamer. What's one video game that you would love to be a part of as a voice actor?
That's easy.
Yeah,
That's easy. It's World of Warcraft. I've been playing World of Warcraft since the alpha vanilla back in 2003.
Wow.
I'm playing like the new expansion dropped a couple of days ago, midnight. I'm playing that. If I wasn't speaking to you, I would be playing World of Warcraft right now. So
we better wrap this up so we can get back to it, boys.
Now, that's what I want to be in, without a doubt. World of Warcraft, a good character, not just like, you know,
not like an NPC, just like somebody that actually has merit.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Well, I guess then this next question is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. But what's your favorite game of all time and why?
Yeah, it's going to have to be World of Warcraft. But I'm a big tabletop role player, so Cyberpunk 2077 kind of did it for me as well. I thought they did a really good job with that once they fixed all the bugs and so on. But I still think it's probably going to be World of Warcraft. It's the one game that's always been installed on my hard drive of any PC I've ever had, over and above any other game. So yeah,
I could never get into World of Warcraft.
Tabletop RPG. What did you think of Daggerheart?
Daggerheart. That's the
where they did the hope and fear die, where it's like the players, if they roll with hope, they continue going, but if it rolls with fear, the DM now starts doing things, or it may have something happen with them. I thought it was an interesting take on like the different style of doing it. I just wanted to know if you had any opinions.
There's a lot of games out there that have a shtick like that, similar way, like Fate dice systems and so on and so forth. And they're great, but what they do is they take away a lot of the agency from the player, because you're now locked into this fear or this hope or whatever. So you don't, dice, I think, are great when they're used for random things like combat. But when they're used for anything else, I think they're a terrible idea. One of the best role-playing systems, I think, is Amber, because it's completely diceless. Everything is done based on kind of consensus committee almost, but it seems to really work. My favorite game is probably the Vampire the Masquerade, the World of Darkness games. I'm a big Vampire the Masquerade fan. But when I run that, I take the dice out. I play it without dice.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. But I trust my players so much that I trust them to not always win. I trust them to kind of tool themselves over a little bit, because that's what Vampire's about, because we've been playing together for long enough. So,
and having a group that you probably play together, it makes it a whole lot easier to do stuff with like that. Because if it's players that you don't know that you're not, then you may have to keep the dice in on some of that, because you can't fully trust those kind of players yet.
You have to. I used to be one of the local coordinators for Wizards of the Coast, Dungeons and Dragons here in Los Angeles. So I had like 9 stores under my control, and I would run the Adventurers League games for those 9 stores. And I would DM an awful lot, and you would get players that turn up and they've absolutely min-maxed their character to like the nth degree. And if they'll do something shitty and they'll come back with, but that's what my character would do. And it's like they're ignoring the fact that everybody is around the table to have fun. And they just think, well, my character would do that trumps you having fun just because this is what my character would do. And that sort of, I hate that level of toxicity. And there's a lot of that, unfortunately, with people you've never met before, because you don't know how they're going to react. They don't know how you are as a DM. So they kind of push it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
I've never been able to get into the D&D crowd. It's just, I don't think my attention span's good enough. Ask
all right,
these,
Vigi,
they know.
I need you to roll for me to pick a lock. Rolled some. Oh, shiny keys.
Exactly. Exactly. In fact, half the time, that's why I get killed in Warzone, because I see an orange box and I have to get it. I have to. In fact, I've coined the term "ooh, piece of candy," and it's used on several other people's streams when they see that the orange box, it's "ooh, piece of candy," and they run to it. So I love it. It's great.
James Wood from The Simpsons.
That's right. That's right. And it's great, and I love it, and I'll never stop doing it, because why would I? All right, let's. How would you say you switch between different voice styles, like for big budget versus smaller indie style characters?
Well,
Like, what's your process behind that?
one thing I was taught by my acting coach some years back is you always have 3 or 4 characters that are really well defined, ready to go at any point in time. So you always have these characters, and they're characters that you can just turn on at the drop of a hat whenever you need to, right? So having that little repertoire of characters behind you makes things very, very easy when it comes to approaching different projects. But then also within those 4 characters, you would have 3 different ages: young, middle-aged, and old as well. And you might even have in other accents within those sort of characters or characterizations as well. And you could have anywhere from 16 to 20 different characters based on those 4 original characters that you can just do really, really well. So I approach, regardless of what the production is, whether it's I'm only SAG-AFTRA now, so I can't do indie stuff anymore because I'm only SAG-AFTRA. But when I could do both, when I wasn't in SAG and I was still allowed to work both projects until I booked like the big SAG job and I had to join, I don't treat it any different, because it's my job. I've got to be professional about this. So it doesn't matter whether I'm being paid $100 or they've been paying $1,000 or whatever. I've got to be the best I can possibly be at all times. Otherwise, why am I doing this? So the way of approaching it doesn't change in any way, shape or form. I always approach it. And the characterization isn't really based on the level of the project. It's based on the character that I'm voicing. So that's basically how I look at it. I don't treat them any differently.
That's cool. Have you ever been in like an indie game that is really well known now? Or have you ever like seen an indie game and you're like, man, that would be a cool project to work on?
Do you know what? No, I haven't. And the reason being is when I was moved out here, I became SAG-AFTRA eligible from the TV work that I was doing. And then I became a must join, which meant the next project I landed that was SAG, I had to join. And the first project I landed after that was Black Ops 4. Gotcha. So the first, that was the game that I, had to join union for.
Right.
I've done the 2 Elder Scrolls games before that, but they weren't really what I would class as indie.
Right.
No, because it's still Bethesda, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bethesda, yeah. Yeah. Indie games, I love the System Shock games. Like, I would like to be in the voice on the System Shock games because that's pretty cool. What else is there? I've literally got Steam open right next to me on my monitor to my left here. So.
Same. I got games downloading right now.
Yeah. Actually, I've got some updates going through as well. But a lot of the games that I play that are indie don't have a lot of dialogue. Like I love a game called Star Valor on Steam. Very, very, very indie game. It's a top-down space shooter sort of trading sort of game. But there's no dialogue in it. But then prior to World of Warcraft, I think my all-time favorite game was the original Elite on the BBC Model B computer, which was a wireframe space sim and shoot 'em up and trading game from the 80s. And they brought out Elite Dangerous back in 2013, which was obviously a modern version of it. And I backed that on Kickstarter for the most I could back it for, in fact, actually, because it was my all-time favorite game as a kid. But again, there's no dialogue in that either. So a lot of the indie games that I do play, there's no voice work.
Right. What was your reaction the first time you heard your voice in one of the bigger games that you did?
I grinned like a lunatic from ear to ear. It's like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm hearing my voice back to me. It's like, I did this. This is me. Because whenever you see yourself on screen or hear yourself, you kind of reminisce. You go back to the studio. You go back to the time that you recorded it, wherever you were. And you have those memories as well of when you did that. And it's like when I first heard Stone coming out of my screen, it's like I remember recording that exact line and having everybody in the booth laughing themselves stupid, and it's like that was a good day. So when I hear my voice back, it gives me like this warm fuzzy feeling inside. Yeah.
That's awesome. I hate my voice.
I very much don't like my
because
voice either.
most people say that, right? Most people are like, I hate the sound of my own voice. But then you get people like you and Mars and the people that do all these voice actors who are voice acting, who are literally putting their voice out there to be heard for years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you kind of have to get to enjoy the sound of your own voice to an extent. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I personally I hate the sound of my own voice.
Your voice on recording never sounds like it is when you speak it out loud anyway. It's really
no. For some reason, my voice sounds deeper on recording than it does in real life. It's weird. Let's see. You guys had anything you want to ask real quick while I'm looking through this?
What was one of the weirdest directions you've been given when in a recording session?
Most directors I've had have been really, really great. There's one director called Amanda Wyatt who does a lot of the Call of Duty stuff, and she is phenomenal. There's another guy called Dan Laufer. He does a lot of the writing as well as directing. Both of them are incredible directors. They know exactly what they want and how to get it from you. Brilliant. But then you'll get a director who maybe has never done voice work before, doesn't really understand what's required. Or if you're in front of a camera, you'll get a director who doesn't understand how to direct an actor because maybe they're not an actor. So they don't have any idea. So one of the most confusing notes that I got from a director was on a TV show back in England. And that was, I love what you're doing, but I need you to give me more, but just not as much. I'm like, what?
More, but just not as much. Wait.
more what, but not as much? What are we saying here? You want me to do more and then less, and then what? And he was like, well, you know, like I need you to be more than you are, but not as much. And I'm like, but that still doesn't help me.
That makes absolutely no sense. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
so that was the most confusing, and he wouldn't elaborate.
Sense.
He wouldn't elaborate. That's what he had.
Wow.
I don't think he knew what he wanted.
He did.
What it sounded
He did.
like.
He wanted more, but not as much.
Yeah, that's right. He knew exactly what he wanted.
Oh,
All I did was I just kind of changed my performance a little bit. And he went, yeah, that's great. And I'm like, okay, well, all right. We'll
then we're good to go. Looking back, what is the biggest piece of advice you could give Damien from 10 years ago?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a really good question. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just jump in, get, your feet wet. Just go for it. Don't worry. Don't make excuses. Do it. Yeah. There's a lot of people in life, not just with acting, but acting specifically, because I've heard that from people who, when you say you're an actor, they say, oh, would I love to be an actor, but I'm like, well, but I've got kids.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That doesn't stop you. You can still be an actor. It's like, oh, but I don't have the money. You
That's
don't
the point of being
need
an actor.
the money.
Let's go get it.
You can still be an actor, or, I've got this, or I do this, or I can't, or I'm based here, or whatever. And it's like, if you want something bad enough, you will find a way to do that. I moved from the UK out to Los Angeles, where I knew pretty much nobody, because I wanted to make a career out here. That is the biggest leap of faith that I've ever made in my entire life. And I've met some incredible people out here, my good lady wife and things like that. And if I had been afraid back in 2015, I never would have made the jump, and I wouldn't be a professional actor like I am now. I wouldn't be in all these games. I would be just kind of bumbling along the bottom, maybe doing a few bits and pieces here and there. And I'll be working the job that I was doing at the time, which is working for Her Majesty's government. And I'll probably be dead by now, either of a heart attack or something like that, because it was a very stressful job. And I decided at that point, I booked a really big movie. Yeah, we're right next to a fire station and they're all going past. I booked a really, really big movie and I had to make a decision. Either give up my day job and focus on my dream, or give up my dream and be safe in the money that I'm bringing in month on month. And I chose to give up my day job and go and follow my acting dream. That was in 2012 is when I became a professional actor full time. I've been acting since the 80s, but this 2012 was like when I moved into professional acting full time. One of the hardest decisions I've ever made, giving up a day job that paid a shit ton of money. I even had an Aston Martin, right? Aston Martin.
Wow.
And I sold that.
Oh, wow.
To basically, I sacrificed it for my dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next biggest decision was to leave behind my family and my friends in the UK and move out here on a dream, move out. And I don't regret it. Don't regret any of it. But
I'll say it seems to be working out for you quite well. So.
Yeah.
It's a hard decision to make.
Yeah.
Not everybody can make those decisions because it's not
absolutely.
easy.
Yeah.
But my biggest advice would be, if you want to do something, do it.
Do it.
Don't make excuses why you can't do it. Do it. Just do it.
One could say,
there it is.
pull the trigger.
There it is.
Just pull the trigger.
I
It's not
did
there,
it.
guys. I got it. Okay. For aspiring voice actors listening right now, what is the most important skill or mindset to develop, in your opinion?
The most important skill is being able to act without any physicality behind it, because 100% of what you do has to be in your voice, because that's all people get to see. They get to hear. They don't see you. They just get to hear you. So be comfortable with the choices that you're making. Make bold choices when you do an audition. Don't make stupid choices, but make bold choices, and make sure that you hit all of the notes that the director wants you to hit. But if you don't make bold choices, what you will do is your audition will sound exactly like the 99 other auditions that casting director has received. The bold choice is what makes you stand out.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah. Is there a myth in voice acting that you wish people would stop believing?
Is there a myth in voice acting? Yeah, the myth is voice acting is easy. It's not. Voice acting is not easy. It's not you're just standing behind a mic and saying words. Because as I've said, you're having to act with your voice. You're not just saying lines. You know, there is a massive difference in when you say a line to someone next to you, where you say a line down a radio, whether you project a line to someone 15 foot away, 40 foot away, 100 foot away. There's differences in all of that. And people don't understand that. They think, oh, it's got to be easier than being in front of a camera because you don't have to use your body. Yeah, you can't use your body, so it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the myth is it's easy. It's not. It's not easy. It's a very, very different animal, and it's a lot harder.
So something that when we interviewed Mars, I didn't even think of asking, like whenever you're doing like Call of Duty or whatever, do you have like any props or anything, like when you're doing a voice comm or something, you just have to act like you've got one or whatever?
Yeah, you don't get any props. You're in a studio and you've got like a pair of cans on, and you've, depending on how they do it, you've either got a mic that comes down in front of you, or what Call of Duty now is they put this little skull cap on you that's got microphones built in to the top of the skull cap. So wherever you move your head, you're always going to be on mic. which is brilliant.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if the mic's there,
Oh,
I'm turning
wow.
off the side and I'm speaking that way, whether I'm speaking this way, there's a difference in volume.
Yeah.
So if the mics are here, wherever you turn, they've always got the volume. So that means you're freer to be able to move around.
Yeah.
So you can, if you're doing like a frag out line, you can go frag out as you throw your arm like that. And the physicality in the studio kind of lends that little bit of movement to your voice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you don't have the props, but they encourage you, if that's your thing, to move around within the confines of the space that you've got and do the action. So pulling a rifle up or throwing a grenade, or, if you get hit in the stomach, to kind of like, oof, to actually kind of really like make that physical, to just get the noise right. Yeah. So that's what they suggest. So no props, never props.
All right.
That's interesting. The advancements that they've made in this entirety, like the industry in general, is kind of crazy to hear. Like, because I've seen videos of people doing voice acting and stuff, and it used to be just a box that you go in, right?
Yep.
And that's it. So to hear that you actually have that freedom to really express the way you want your character to be is really cool.
The studio is probably 10 foot deep, about 15 foot wide, and it's all soundproofed, and you're right in the middle of that room. So you do have a bit of freedom to move around. I mean, you can't go from wall to wall, but within a few feet of the space that you're in.
Yeah.
The way I do things is normally I put one foot in front of the other, and to get myself in character, I kind of like rock backwards and forwards, like I'm building the adrenaline up. And I kind of like get into the character that way. It looks really weird. So I've been told when through the studio, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm just getting into character. Like, leave me alone. But yeah, so you've got the freedom to be able to do that sort of stuff now, when you never used to be able to. You're right. It used to be a box, tiny little box, no movement. You've just got a mic in front of you and a script, and that's it. But everything's on screens now. You don't have physical scripts anymore. It's all like got sodding great big TV screens in front of you with everything, sort of all the lines on it. So you just read straight off of that. Much easier.
Now, when you're like reading some of these lines or whatever, is it just lines, or do they show you like part of the character and like the scene it's involved in?
Never. What you'll get, the lines are broken up into sections. So it might be, like, these are the zombies lines and this is the situation they're in. These are all spoken to a teammate who stood right next to you. And the director will go over all of that and say, this is the physicality we're looking for. This is the volume and the intensity that we're looking for, because he's right next to you. But you are in combat, so it's still got to be, you're not casually having a chat. You're in combat, but he's right next to you. So you've got to be urgent, but you don't have to shout. And imagine that you've got zombies running towards you, or a grenade incoming or whatever. So you're given a situation, and then you respond to that with the lines, however many there might be for that particular thing, 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever. And then you move on to the next like little mini scenario. Like, this is when you are spotting score streaks in the sky. And these are the things you're saying over the radio to your teammates when you spot like I don't know, whatever, helicopter or gunship or whatever, So that's how they break it down. So you always have sections. So you're never jumping from a quiet line to yourself about a grenade to a shouting line about a score streak to a mid line about picking up ammo. They're all in sections, so you can keep the right tempo and intensity going for that section before you move on to the next one, which makes it a lot easier, and also makes it quicker for you to go through, because you don't have to rewire your brain for the new set of dialogue you're going through. You just do it once and then bam, 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 bam. Okay, moving on to the next sort of mini scenario. Adjust, bam, 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 bam. So
gotcha.
Is that the same for like campaign, like cutscenes too?
If you're doing like a duologue with other people or whatever, there's more people, then generally you'll have those people in the studio with you. So you'll be responding to them in real time as they say their lines. There'll be multiple mics around. Everybody will be mic'd up, and they'll be recording from 6, 7 different microphones at a time, recording everything that happens. So you'll be responding to whatever someone else says. They won't generally put you into a studio on your own if you are doing like a role play series of dialogues. You'll always be opposite someone. Because you think about it, it's more natural. If you're responding to someone, it's more natural than you just saying a line and then imagining them saying their response, and then you saying a line again and then imagining a response. You never quite get it right. So they put the person in there to give you the response. Then it just seems legit and it seems right, truthful.
Gotcha.
That makes a lot of sense. I get it.
Way more sense than what like coming from someone on the outside. You have like an idea of how they do it, and then like hearing from like you guys and saying how they do stuff is way different than what I would think would happen.
Right.
Yeah, because I was always under the assumption, especially for like cutscenes, that they would at least show you like the cutscene without any words, so you get a feel of actually what's happening. But you just get direction, and then you have to go for it. And you have to make the feeling
of anything that I've ever recorded, like prior to recording it, ever. It's never happened.
So has there been a time where you had an image of like, this is how this is actually going, and then you actually get to see it, and it's not what you were imagining it happening in your head?
I mean, when I did Ghost Recon Breakpoint, there were a couple of situations where I'm like, oh, they decided to do it that way. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting it, but it wasn't like a complete shock to me. I was like, it's certainly within the ballpark of what I would have considered if I'd considered it, rather than it being like a complete departure. But for the most part, they are so good at giving you the direction, the notes, that by the time you get to see it in a game, it makes sense. You're like, oh yeah, okay, so now I see why they said that. That totally fits. And it does. It kind of, everything matches up beautifully. Their scripts are broken down. So you don't just have the line on there. It's got the line number, but it also has the file name on the script as well for that each individual file. And also like a little bit about where that line appears in whatever. So you've got all of this extra information in front of you, rather than just having the line as well. And it all helps give you context for things.
That's actually really cool. Like that is, just hearing it from someone else's like point of view. Like they said, I wasn't here for the Mars episode, so I didn't get to hear all the things that they may have talked about that were not.
Right. On he got made fun of for it too, and it was great.
Yeah. Very much so.
Did they do you know why? Because I was at a funeral. Assholes.
No excuse. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So
it was on my wife's side. It was no one I really knew, but it wasn't like immediate family either. So that's why they give me a bunch of crap. So he
could have been there.
Jeez.
No, we do. We give him credit for that. Like it's not. We just like to pick on Stubbins because it's easy.
I just kind of target on me. It's fine.
These games and these shows and stuff. Have you got any like props or anything that you've taken from one of the sets or anything? I've always heard that certain actors have taken stuff without taking it. You know what I mean?
Borrowed it forever.
Yeah, they borrowed it. Yeah.
Or do you ever get a souvenir from it?
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. My own moral code wouldn't allow me to do that. In fact, even if they said you can take this, I would still be vested. Like, are you sure? Are you sure I can take this? Should I not maybe ask this person here just to make sure that I can take this? Are you sure? Right. What about you? Are you sure? Yeah. So no.
But have you ever gotten something?
Sorry.
I said, have you ever received something like from Activision or something for all the Call of Duties, like an emblem or something as a collector's thing? I don't know if they send anything like that out, but
nope. Not even a free game.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
You would think that you guys would at least get a free copy of the game or access to it without
hey, I played the game. Can I have a game?
Did you at least get like early access before it was released?
No.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Wow. So you don't even get to see it till everyone else sees it.
Yeah, basically. Although I did get a free copy of Black Ops 7, but not Activision didn't give it to me. It was actually the director gave me one of his personal codes.
I got a free copy of Xbox 7 too, or Xbox 7. Call of Duty 7. Black Ops 7 too from Xbox. Because it was on Game Pass.
Because it was on Game Pass.
Jeez.
I was supposed to get
I kid.
I never did. I was supposed to get T-shirts for Black Ops, Cold War, and 6, and they just never materialized.
Yeah, you see, I would think that they would at least give you that, like a T-shirt saying that you're, staff or whatever.
I'm in this game, and all I got is this T-shirt.
Oh, there goes Nimbus. He's gone. Gone forever.
Bye, buddy. Oh, he's back.
Right, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
I think he's back.
Maybe. Let's just wait for it.
That is crazy, though, that they haven't sent you anything, but they'll send, like, all these streamers who just play the game and are just popular.
Full of stuff.
But it's the streamers who bring money in. I don't bring money into them. So they give the game codes out to the streamers because all of the followers of the streamers will buy the game based on the streamer's, recommendation. Whereas I'm just a guy who voiced one of the characters.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's like, I've had enough now. That's it. I'm done. I'll speak to this
well, you say that you're not bringing money into them, but really you are by providing your voice for that character.
Exactly.
Because without your voice for the character, the Stone we have would never exist.
No, it's true. That's true. He wouldn't.
Are you back?
I don't know what happened.
We just figured you were done with this.
No idea. Yeah, I'm so offended that you didn't get anything that I was protesting. Sorry.
Okay, and this is a question, and you don't have to answer this. You could straight up say, I can't say anything, or I'm not telling you, but you have anything in the works right now that is on the same level as your Stone character? Like that kind of a big AAA kind of game.
In the works right now, kinda. I've auditioned and callbacked for something that's pretty big, but I haven't heard whether I've got it yet. But then that's a life of an actor. You audition for stuff and you probably will never hear if you don't get it. You shout out into the void, and sometimes there's a little voice in the void that says yes, but most of the time there's nothing. So, but this one's a callback. So I've done an audition and a callback. So that's good. That means I'm down to like the last 2 or 3 people.
That's good.
And it's a big game. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah, now I'm interested. Maybe after the recording, we may have to fish some information if we can.
It's funny because Mars talked about some stuff he had coming up, and he straight up was like, I'm going to tell you I'm in it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, he was also NDA'd. Now, there was the one that he could talk about.
Yeah, and he did.
Told us about, but
which I have wishlisted.
Virtually everything I do now has an NDA to it. Pretty much everything I do. TV.
Well, I think the reason he was able to talk about the ones because they've already come out with the demo of it, so people are going to know he's in it, so he's able to talk about it.
Which that game looked really cool.
About Stone being in the demo, the release, the beta for Black Ops Cold War until the game come out. So even people come up to me saying, "That's you, right? That's you," and I'm like, I can't say anything, even though it's very obviously me. Wasn't outside.
I'd imagine you could have fun with that. And people are like, that's you, obviously. We know it's you, but I don't know. But he sounds pretty good if you ask me.
Yeah.
Does that actually affect some of the times, like when you want to talk about something and you can't because it's not come out yet?
Yeah, it does. And the thing about Activision specifically being, they are really litigious. If you spill anything, you're screwed. I mean, they will sue you into the ground, and they will win as well because their NDAs are really tight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know Alex Zadra. I think that's what happened with her because she was supposed to be in the follow-up Modern Warfare 2, and she had let something slip that she had done some stuff for it, and then they immediately removed her character, removed her and everything from it.
They don't screw about. They really don't.
Do you ever do like cons, like VidCons or gaming conventions and stuff like that, and then people ask you that same question? And my agent hasn't got me into any conventions to be on panels or anything. I'm dying to do them.
Like I used to go to
That'd be so
conventions,
cool.
like pay my money to go to conventions. I used to cosplay. Like I do a really good 2012 Dread cosplay. Like it's properly accurate. So I used to go to conventions and do shit like that. But I've never been on a panel at a convention, and I've been asking my agent to get me on one, and no one's interested.
That's really, really surprising to hear. You'd think that, again, like a character like Stone would actually have that ability to do something like that.
It would be cool if like you and a couple of the other voice actors just got together from like the Call of Duty games and just like set up a booth or something at one. That'd be so cool.
Oh yeah,
I
do our own interviews.
I talk about cons and stuff like that, but I've never actually been to one, and I would love to go. I would love to. I
was
want
sad
to go to a con so bad.
I was sad. I got all my stuff ready for. I was hoping to go see Randy Quaid at our local con that's coming up, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I was going to dress up as him from like Christmas Vacation when he's like shitter's full. I was going to dress up and go get a picture and stuff with him, but I don't think with bills and stuff I'm going to be able to go. But it would have been amazing.
I want to go, and one of the first cons I want to go to, obviously, is Comic-Con. One of the bigger Comic-Cons I would love to go to. Mm-hmm. But I have been looking into next year's TwitchCon and thinking about possibly seeing if I could do that. But it really depends on where they're going to hold it. Because if it's in some far-off land that I can't get to, that ain't happening.
Yeah, that's fair.
But being a Twitch streamer, I would love to, see that. I'd like to get to know some of these bigger streamers that, if I were to say raid into them, would never notice me. I would like to be right in front of them so I could pick their brain for some of the stuff that they do. Some of the, we've been trying to get a partner on here for a long time so that we could pick their brain for that same reason. Because our biggest thing with this podcast was always trying to help the smaller streamers grow. Right. And trying to get that information out there. It's evolved, obviously, because we're sitting here talking to you. But the backbone of this podcast was always to help the smaller streamer out. So I would love to actually do that. I'd love to be able to pick someone's brain for that. Have you ever done any content creation like that? Like, have you ever done anything outside of voice acting in the way of?
Yeah, I do stream. I stopped streaming just after my dad died, and I haven't kind of gone back to it. But I've got like 20, 30 followers, nothing much in any way, shape or form. And the reason I don't have many followers is honestly, I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm doing. I play a game, I stream it. And if people are watching, fantastic. If they're not, I don't really know how to make them watch, how to get followers. So yeah, I do that.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if you're interested in getting back into streaming and you want to join somebody who actually knows how to do it, I will invite you to my stream. You can come play Call of Duty with me.
Because me.
I will totally do that.
If you're down, I'm totally down. Let's play some Warzone together. I'm totally down for that. Stop it, you're not invited.
My streaming name is Stone Plays Stone. Because I'm the voice actor I play Stone.
Yeah.
The voice actor who's playing the character that just killed you. So
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's funny.
I'm not even invited.
Now, I have to warn you, though, if you're going to come play with me, my brother plays all the time, and he is a huge pothead. And he cusses worse than you've probably ever heard. Like, it's great. I love the man to death, but man, I got to tell him to stop sometimes.
Yeah, there was one time we were worried about.
I was like, dude, you got to just relax just a little bit, back it up just a tad bit. But half the time he's just too high to figure out what he's doing.
Most of the time he's bullying me the whole time if I'm playing with him.
That's true. So he always has a spot on my team, always, regardless. That's a solid spot. So there's always 2 open areas that we don't know who's going to join that night. So you ever see it and you want to play, you're more than welcome to come and play.
100%.
He'll kick Common out.
Yeah. I don't like playing on my own. I won't go into Warzone on my own. It's just not as much fun. I'd rather go in with people that I can have Discord open or whatever we're using to chat with and be able to coordinate.
100%. Yep, 100%.
I won't lie. I don't like the way that they're doing things because I grew up with the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies that were like really bad. So I like the fact that I can be in a Discord lobby and it doesn't count towards my like actual in-game speech because I would be so hardcore banned off Call of Duty.
What gets me is, and we've talked about this playing Warzone, is that they want to ban people for the voice chat for some of the things they've saying. And it's not even bad stuff, right? Like if we got into the Call of Duty voice chat and talk the way that we do to each other, we'd be banned instantly.
Right.
But the characters
I've said worse.
You're running through the fields and you just hear, go fuck yourself. Like, okay, I'd get banned for that, but the character's okay to do that. Why am I not okay to do that? But I mean, it's the environment that they're trying to build, and I get it. They're trying to make it more, I don't want to say family friendly, but they want to make it safe for the younger people that do play, and I get it.
Right.
And
Call of Duty is now family friendly.
I just think Call of Duty is ways to do it.
I mean, in a way, you gotta think about almost Call of Duty's in almost every household now.
Mm-hmm. Well, for the longest time, you couldn't buy a console without getting Call of Duty with the console. Like that was the game that came with it.
Wasn't it like the first game franchise to hit $1 billion or something like that? Wasn't it? Is that what I heard?
I feel like it was something like that. Yeah.
And plus, I think it's one of the longest running game series out there because they've had Call of Duty for a long time.
Yeah, got to be nearly 20 years, isn't it?
Because I remember playing like Big Red 1, some of the original ones.
Guitar Hero was the first to hit $1 billion.
Guitar Hero, wow.
Yeah, that's made by Activision.
Yeah, I mean, it was still Activision, but still Guitar Hero. Which, by the way, have you seen the new Guitar Hero that coming out? Stage Tour?
Yeah, Stage Tour.
Yeah.
They're just going to ruin it again. It's fine.
Yeah, probably. But I'm still interested. Like Guitar Hero, that's one of those other games that I grew up with, right? And I loved it. So I would love to see what they do with it. And if it's terrible, then, I just won't buy it.
Never played it.
Oh, man, I used to love Guitar Hero.
Those sort of games don't really do it for me, I have to admit. I'm far more into role-playing games and shooters than almost anything else, I think.
Right.
Yeah, see, my main genre is the open world survival craft games. That's my main genre. I love it.
I'm playing 7 Days to Die at the moment, which I quite enjoy.
That
game is good.
That's such a good game.
I have not played that one.
You won't like
What's wrong with you?
Hang on. Since we're going to go ahead and air out that, he's also not played Black Ops 2.
What's wrong with you?
There's a lot of things wrong.
You could just see yourself out.
Yeah.
No, 7 Days was such a good game. Me and my friends have played that game into the ground, literally into the ground. It's such a good game. Sevens, we should play it sometime.
I have 546.8 hours in it.
I don't know. Let's see what I have on Steam. I played it on other things before Steam, so 7 Days. I have 142 hours in it on Steam.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Again, I played a lot before Steam, so I was a console player for a very long time. But that's one of those games that you can always go back to. And now that they're out, like officially, they're past their alpha stage. Yep. And they're actually into their 1.0. They've done so much to that game, and I have not played it since they've gone into 1.0.
One of my favorite mods, the overhaul, is New York City. So they've turned the entire map into a map of New York City. It's all urban. It's my favorite mod at the moment. It's really good.
That is really cool. I may start up another world for 7 Days, another server one day.
He's going to make me play.
I'm going to force you to play.
Let me know. I'll join.
Yeah, I will, for sure. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Heck yeah.
That's one of our, like I said, return to games when we have nothing else to do. We're like, let's start 7 Days up. We'll do that again. So
it's like a comfort game for me.
Yeah, for real. That and Ark Survival was another one that I was always a big, huge fan of. They've kind of ruined it.
I've got it, I played it, but I didn't really get into it as much as some of the others.
Yeah. The newest DLC map that they just put out supposedly is amazing, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so I'm interested.
Supposedly, but you're going to have to pay for it.
It's $30. $30 for a DLC map. Which
a map.
I'm sorry. I have a hard time paying for DLCs when the games that we used to play on console came complete.
Well, yes and no, because the old Call of Duties, you would have to pay for the DLC, but it would come with more than just one map.
But the DLC also gave you another little story. That was the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to go back to Metal Gear Solid days where I had to play the game off of 9 different discs. You know what I mean? It was a complete game. You may have had to switch discs, but it was a complete game. It was all there.
We had talked about it. It would be funny to have a newer game redone in that style, just where you have to maybe change out flash drives or something like that.
That would never work. It would never work.
No, but
that's why they do DLCs now. If they wanted to do the equivalent to that now, they would have to do a base game and then free DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to keep downloading the extension, right, over and over and over again. Which some games do have free DLCs, which is amazing. Those games are, kudos to them, because it's hard to do a game with free DLCs anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rare to see them, but.
Oh, right. So where did that go? I just had a question. Now I've lost it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
I'm an amateur. It's fine.
This guy.
Boo.
So for those people listening, where can they follow you and show support for your work?
I try to keep my social media handle the same across everything, and that's Damien T. Gerard. DAMIENTGERARD. Whether that be Blue Sky, Twitter, I refuse to call it X, Instagram, on Twitch, I'm at Stone Plays Stone. But pretty much everywhere else, I'm at Damien T. Gerard, wherever it might be. And I'm probably more active on Blue Sky and Instagram than I think anywhere else. I do have a big following on Twitter, but now that it's become a lot more political than it was, I don't use it as much.
It's very political anymore.
It really is now. I don't use that as much because I don't want to get involved in politics. That's not what I'm interested in, so I don't do that.
Same.
Whereas Instagram basically is me putting up pictures of my cats, mostly. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all. I love cats.
The internet was made for cats, let's face it.
That's right. That is right. 100%. But I think this has been a fantastic episode, fantastic interview. Damien, we thank you so much for giving us your time and coming and talking with us and hanging out with us. And I'll definitely be hitting you up to play some Call of Duty soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the invite.
We'll definitely have to have you back on too.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely happy to. Just let me know.
Maybe one day we'll have a group of people like Marwin does, and we'll just have 85 people in one room.
We're collecting Call of Duty voice actors right now.
Come here.
Like the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And
is there anything else that you'd like to put out before we end the stream?
No, I don't think so. Just please follow me on social media.
And the stream and the podcast.
In the stream.
Yeah.
It's okay, Vidgie. It's okay.
Streamer brain, sorry.
Didn't even figure. Didn't even spot that.
Yeah, so go follow him on all his socials. Check him out and the Call of Duty games. Pick up your copies if you don't already have it. And if you don't, what's wrong with you?
Don't be a Stubbins.
All right, Stubbins, do your thing.
Do my thing. I don't want to do it. Nimbus, you do it today.
What?
Nimbus, you do the outro today.
Thanks for watching, guys. Follow us on all our socials, and we'll catch you in the next one.
So I tried to
Bye.
Bye.
Let me